Have you ever looked at the sheer chaos of a legendary rock band? You know, the fights, the drugs, the unbelievable creative genius, and just wondered, how does that all hold together? Well, today we're going to pull focus. We're going to discover that behind that noisy, colorful pattern of rock and roll, there's a hidden repeating structure, a structure that every single one of us can learn to see.
This quote really frames what we're talking about today. It's all about that raw first impulse, that bolt of lightning, versus the polished, calculated performance that usually comes after. We're going to really unpack the difference between that initial spark and, well, everything else.
And really, there's no better case study than Aerosmith's Steven Tyler and Joe Perry, aka the Toxic Twins. I mean, they were this perfect yin and yang of pure creative fire and just ego-driven chaos. This is the central puzzle, right? How can this profound, world-changing genius exist side by side with such utter, almost comical self-destruction?
To make sense of it, we can't just look at the surface details. No way. We need a whole new way of looking at it, a tool that'll help us see the hidden image behind all that noise.
Okay, so let's dive into our key metaphor for today, the stereogram. A lot of you probably remember these from the 90s. It's this flat, kind of messy-looking image, but if you just relax your vision and look through it, a stunning 3D shape just pops right out. This isn't just a cool visual trick. It's a profound lesson in perception.
Now, this isn't just a how-to for looking at an old poster. This is a mental tutorial. By learning to unfocus from the chaotic surface, all the drama, all the paraphernalia, we're actually training ourselves to see the deeper, repeating architecture of our own lives.
All right, let's get into our first major concept and see how this all builds. We're going to apply this new stereogram vision to the very core of our identity, and we're going to break it down into two fundamental parts.
So this brings us to this really fundamental division. I want you to think of the avatar as the lamp. It's our physical body, our personality, the social mask we put on. It's the hardware. The daimonion, on the other hand, well, that's the genius inside the lamp. It's that raw potential, that pure creative flow. It's the light itself.
And this is the root of the whole conflict. The chaos of Aerosmith, it wasn't just Tyler versus Perry. It was a four-way collision. You see, their daimonions were connecting in this pure, non-dual state to create timeless music. But at the same time, their avatars, their egos, their personalities were locked in this dualistic war over things like spilled milk and bruised pride.
So if this incredible creative power, this daimonion, is inside all of us, how do we actually get to it? How do we access it? Well, the story of Aerosmith gives us a powerful look at two very, very different keys for unlocking that door.
On one side, you've got the chemical key. Tyler and Perry used drugs to literally force open the zipper between their avatar and their daimonon. Sure, it gave them access, but like Tyler himself said, it burned out the hardware. It just destroyed the lamp. Then, on the other side, you have the conscious key, this state of sober madness, a direct connection that gives you access without wrecking the vessel.
And this whole distinction between authentic access and a forced performance, it leads us to a really crucial test. When someone changes, is it a real lived rebirth coming from the daimonion, or is it just the avatar putting on a new costume?
Just think about this for a second. Aerosmith's song, Back in the Saddle, wasn't a song about a comeback. It was the comeback. It was literally forged in the fire of them getting sober. It executes the rebirth. Now compare that to someone just getting a phoenix tattoo. One is the daimonion actually rising from the ashes. The other is the avatar decorating itself with the symbol of it. See the difference?
And that's the key right there. The symbol, the stage, the performance, that's all just the container. The real question is what or who is actually inhabiting it? Is it the pure genius, or is it just the ego performing a role?
This whole idea of authentic identity, it really forces us to look past the simple labels we use all the time. You know, conformist or rebel.
Here's the trap of being the black sheep. If you're only a rebel just to oppose the herd, then the herd is still defining you. You're still reacting to them. True nonconformity isn't about opposition, it's about following your own internal compass. This leads to this amazing idea of the quantum white sheep, someone who operates on their own internal frequency. To the outside world, you might look like a rebel, a black sheep, but internally, your actions are coming from a pure, authentic place that has absolutely nothing to do with rebellion.
Okay, so let's bring all these threads together. Let's really step back, unfocus our eyes, and see the final hidden image that emerges from all of this beautiful chaos.
What we've learned here is that all the wild stories, the drugs, the fights, the hit records, even that treasured concert t-shirt you've kept for 36 years, it's all just paraphernalia. It's the colorful, chaotic patterns on the surface of the stereogram. It's the walls and windows of the house, but it's not the architecture itself.
And this is the final picture. This is the real thing. When we truly learn to see it, the hidden 3D image that emerges is this constant, liquid dance between our avatar and our diamondanian. It isn't static, it's a dynamic, ever-moving relationship. And that is the fundamental, repeating structure underneath it all.
And that leaves us with one last thought to carry with you. If you were to just unfocus from the daily chaos, from all the colorful stories of your own life, what deep, unified, and beautiful structure would pop out? What is the hidden image that your life is trying to show you?